Hello everyone, welcome to Anime No Me, and thank you for joining us for another One Piece video. The name Joy Boy is apparently a very important title that few in the world know about, given to one special person every so many hundred years. Now, many of the people who know of this title fear him, while others might worship him, being known as a demon or a savior or deliverer. It seems in this generation, Luffy is the current Joy Boy of this new era, becoming this symbol of salvation and freedom, although he and not even us the fans know the great determination that this title carries. So in today's video, we're going to talk about everything we know about this title so far, who has owned the title, and what Luffy will do after finding out what his new goal is now that he has become the Joy Boy of this era. But before we dive into the video, if you're new to the channel or even if you've watched a bunch of our videos, we'd be absolutely honored if you'd leave us a like and even subscribe and maybe leave us a comment letting us know what you thought of the video. It really helps us out, especially with that old YouTube algorithm, and it keeps motivating us to make more content. And if you'd like to help out the channel in a bigger way, consider sharing this video or another one of your favorites with a friend. Without further ado, let's get into the video. So my friends, currently we know of the existence of two people who have had the title of Joy Boy. Now we don't know if there have been other people during the past in which they managed to obtain the title, but so far it's only these two characters who have ever gained the title of Joy Boy. The first and best known was an extremely relevant figure during the Void Century, who played an important role in the history of Fishman Island, and left behind a certain item of unimaginable value on the last island of the Grand Line. This item of value has come to be known as the One Piece, the most valuable treasure in the world, being considered a myth for many across the world, although it's been proven several times by great pirates like Roger or Whitebeard that it truly does exist. It's said that this treasure has riches, power, and something unique that only Joy Boy and those who manage to find this treasure know, something that many pirates covet, being something that they could use to change the world. The first Joy Boy was mentioned in the Ryugu Poneglyph read by Nico Robin while in the sea forest of Fishman Island. Based on the historical records that this Joy Boy left in the Poneglyphs, it has been believed that Joy Boy would return 800 years after the Void Century. This leaves a clue that Joy Boy would somehow manage to come back after so many years in a very unknown way, leaving fans curious to know how he would manage to do this feat. But here in the present, a totally unexpected event happened. A young pirate who had supposedly eaten the rubber fruit called the Gomu Gomu no Mi managed to obtain the title of Joy Boy. During the Wano arc in his fight against Kaido, Monkey D. Luffy awakened his devil fruit, a fruit that has been totally unknown and unseen by not only the Gorosei, but even the greatest scientist in the world, Dr. Vegapunk. So Luffy is the current bearer of a mythical Zoan fruit, not a paramecia, and the Zoan fruit goes by the name of the Hito Hito no Mi model Nika, a fruit totally different from all the others as it carries with it a great determination and a will, plus an extremely important mission which will be able to change the world completely. With the awakening of his fruit, Luffy was automatically recognized as Joy Boy by Zunisha, the gigantic element who for many years was Joy Boy's companion, and it was in this way it was confirmed that Luffy really became and earned the title of the Joy Boy of this era. Now, many in the past thought that Joy Boy would be a person, a powerful being in which he could be reincarnated in some unknown way, but quite the contrary. With this awakening that Luffy obtained, he somehow earned the title of Joy Boy, so it turns out it is a title, not a physical person. Now, this isn't just a title that carries something important. It comes with a great power, capable of bringing liberation to everyone around him, making the world a place totally free of any ties that those of power and influence would place on people of a social class that is lower than them. So it is the very awakening of the Hito Hito no Mi model Nika that is responsible for giving the user of this fruit the title of Joy Boy. And with this incredible power that was carried by the previous and current Joy Boy, they've managed to do great things such as helping people and defeating those who would take away their freedom. A feature that Joy Boy possesses is his complete transformation into a sun god called Nika, causing his body to produce white flames just like the sun, in addition to making everyone around them smile, and their heartbeat even takes on the sound of the drums of liberation. This last detail is something that still remains unexplained, but this drumming of liberation would be responsible for changing the environment around them, making people be able to express themselves in much more comical ways, and even having their eyes pop out of something like old cartoons. Another interesting feature is that the first Joy Boy apparently knew something about the future, always saying that in the distant future he would return. Now we don't know exactly if he knew who the next Joy Boy would be, be to succeed him, but it's clear that he knew that the title would be passed on to someone else capable of continuing his legacy. The Joy Boy in the past was responsible for helping many people, and he even tried to help the fishermen come to the surface, but ended up breaking a promise because of an even greater goal. However, before leaving, Joy Boy told the fishermen in an apology that a person in the future would fulfill that promise to them. He also alluded that there would be someone who would inherit that great title, and this person became Monkey D. Luffy, the very person who would fulfill that promise made by his predecessor. During the Wano arc, we learned about a character called Toki, the wife of Kazuki Oden, a woman who had a devil fruit that gave her the ability to travel to the future, and through that power, she began to advance in time in search of the future Joy Boy who would return in some far distant era. During the journey of the Roger Pirates, after Kazuki Oden had joined the crew, they traveled to Fishman Island, and on the way, Roger and Oden heard the Sea Kings talk about the birth of someone who would lead them in 25 years, along with the new Poseidon. This being a possible premonition or vision that Luffy and Shirahoshi, at some point in the story, will unite during a great battle that will happen, where Luffy, together with the current Poseidon, will command the Sea Kings in a great battle. After the crew's discovery of Laugh Tale, Oden returned to his home in Wano country, which also had a connection to Joy Boy, and he made plans to open the borders that would protect his country in preparation for Joy Boy's return. However, his efforts were thwarted by the then shogun Kurozumi Orochi and the pirate Kaido. Oden tried to regain control over his country, but unfortunately had his life taken by them, so Oden then left that goal to his son Momonosuke. And this is something that Momonosuke was going to do at the end of Wano's arc, but he hasn't done it so far, and he might be waiting for the right moment for him to be able to destroy Wano's borders, the moment in which the current Joy Boy needs the powerful weapon which is hidden beneath that country. Now, at an unknown point in time in the past, Kaido learned about Joy Boy and was looking for him, as this man would be the only one capable of taking his life and defeating him in battle, something that no other pirates and not even Marines were ever able to do. King, a member of the Beast Pirates and a Lunarian, apparently believed that Kaido could have become Joy Boy and changed the world, although he eventually dismissed the figure as just a mere legend. But after Luffy defeated Kaido on the roof of the Skull Dome during his final confrontation against the Great Emperor, Zunisha proclaimed that she could hear the drums of liberation upon Luffy's awakening and that Joy Boy had returned. After Luffy won the match, Kaido recalled a previous conversation he had with King where he said that Joy Boy would be the one to defeat him, implying that in his final moments, he recognized Luffy as the current Joy Boy, becoming yet another character that confirmed that Luffy had indeed earned this title. So as I said earlier, Luffy now carries the determination and goals that the former Joy Boy possessed. Now we still don't know exactly how Luffy is gonna go about this and what he now needs to do now that he's become Joy Boy. After all, Luffy is following his own journey as a pirate in search of getting information about the location of the treasure that his predecessor left in a totally unknown island in which only Joy Boy's predecessor and Roger's pirates have ever discovered its location. And even though Luffy earned the title of Joy Boy, that doesn't mean he earned his predecessor's memories, nor did he get any information through the awakening of his devil fruit. Luffy just got the great power that comes from the fruit of the sun god Nika, a power that the previous Joy Boy had, and allows the user to basically do anything that their imagination can think of, having literally no limit, something that makes this fruit totally unique. So moving forward, it's still unclear what Luffy's goal is gonna be. Now Vegapunk apparently has some knowledge about the Void Sentry and Joy Boy, but he possibly might not be responsible for guiding Luffy to fulfill his goal like his predecessor. It's even possible that a new character, or some other character at least, will emerge in the future to guide him to follow his destiny, a character who has knowledge about the Void Sentry and about Joy Boy's deeds in the past. So if it isn't the good Dr. Vegapunk, it could be an inhabitant of Elbath, as they currently have the books that the archaeologists from Ohara had created, and containing the knowledge of all the writings that were in the poneglyphs, writings in which supposedly the previous Joy Boy created. So during the next arc in Elbath, we'll be able to see Luffy perhaps discover the past of the former Joy Boy, discover their relationship with the elephant Zunisha, and also learn about the great mission that Luffy will have and everything he needs to do in order to change the world completely. With all that said, my friends, we'd now love to know what you think about it. What do you think the title of Joy Boy means? And is the former Joy Boy and Luffy the only two? Or do you think perhaps there might have been somebody in the past during that 800 years following the Void Century that they might have gotten and we just haven't learned about him yet? Secondly, what do you think the relationship was between Joy Boy and Zunisha? We know that Zunisha did something in the past that was considered wrong and they were punished to roam the seas aimlessly. But what do you think that was? Was it betrayal, or did they perhaps reveal a secret about Joy Boy? Boy? Let us know what you think about that in the comments below. So as we wrap up our video for the day, we'd like to thank you all so much for listening and watching, especially those of you who've made it to the very end. Be sure to comment on any themes or ideas that you'd like to see in future videos. And also, since you made it this far, give us a like and hit that red subscribe button before you head out to take on the rest of your day. I hope to see you all in our next video. Let's keep sailing this giant sea together. Take care.